Hey, I want to ask you guys, what time is it?
Khabib started fighting at the age of 8. It started when his cousin fought in the street where they lived. When his cousin lost, Khabib went in to fight for his cousin. The guy asked him to fight his friend, his brother, and then him. Khabib beat them all in one go. This is when Khabib knew he had a gift. Training under his father, Khabib fought a bear as his first training as a wrestler at the young age of 9.
When I told him, hey, this bear tried to bite me, and I remember when he told me, like, bite him back, no problem.
Today, the fighter has a net worth of $40 million. But fighting was never about the money for Khabib Nurmagomedov. It was about freedom and respect. At the peak of his career, when McGregor lost to Khabib, he then jumped at McGregor's corner man for insulting him. That is when things became shaky. Stay tuned as we begin to unravel the inspiring journey of the Eagle, Khabib Nurmagomedov. Khabib developed a liking for martial arts while watching students train at the gym. As a tradition in Dagestan, Russia, Khabib started training for wrestling with his father, who was himself an athlete and a veteran of the Soviet Army. Khabib trained for wrestling until age 12, then started judo at 15 and combat sambo at 17. The transition was difficult, but Khabib was meant for fighting. He often got into street fights. Nurmagomedov started professional MMA fighting in September 2008. In only a month as a professional fighter, Khabib already bagged 4 wins. From this point onwards, Khabib went undefeated for over 3 years. He finished 11 out of 12 opponents, even future Bellator title challenger Shabulat Shamhalayev. His staggering record of 16-0 in the regional circuit of Russia and Ukraine started attracting interest toward Khabib. Such was the hype that Ultimate Fighting Championship, UFC, had to sign Khabib Nurmagomedov. But it was not that easy. The new contract created a dispute of 11 legal cases with Pro FC to contest the legitimacy of the UFC contract. After winning 6 of the 11, Khabib was able to continue his career. Nurmagomedov signed a 6-fight deal to compete in his first UFC lightweight championship in 2011. Then began a series of wins at the octagon. Khabib took his opponents in submission or a chokehold so deadly they would not get a chance. Khabib fought the best UFC fighters and still won despite being a newcomer. In 2013, Dana White said, "That slam, when he just scoops him up and slams him, Matt Hughes style." That reminded me of the old Matt Hughes where he would run a guy across the octagon and slam him. The kid is excited. We're probably going to do big things with this kid. However, after a fight with Tony Ferguson in 2015, Khabib went under with a recurring knee injury, and he had to take a step back to recover. He returned to the octagon ring only to discover he had a lung issue. In September 2015, Ferguson returned and signed 2 contracts to compete for the title of UFC lightweight champion against Eddie Alvarez. However, matters turned bitter for Khabib when Alvarez was made to fight McGregor instead of Khabib. Khabib Nurmagomedov was not happy. He called Alvarez a bullshit champ and UFC a freak show. Khabib tried again at a title shot against Michael Johnson and he won, dominating the fight. Khabib screamed as he mauled Johnson to give him a shot at the title. Yet fate had other plans. Very soon, Khabib fell severely ill, and the bout with Ferguson, which was scheduled for the 3rd time, was canceled. He almost died from cutting too much weight. Khabib always struggled to hit the scale at 155 lbs. He was rushed to the hospital with stomach pain. His liver would have given out if he continued to starve. In 2018, Khabib, the Eagle, fought some of his greatest, most prominent fights in the history of UFC. Khabib's bout with Ferguson was scheduled for the 4th time on 7th or April 2018. According to sources, it was said that Ferguson had an injured knee due to which he could not fight. He was then replaced by Max Holloway. Holloway was declared unfit and was then replaced by Al LaQuinta. This stirred controversy because LaQuinta was only 0.2 pounds over the championship weight limit. Many would argue that he was not qualified. Nurmagomedov won the fight by unanimous decision and became UFC lightweight champion. Soon after came the highly anticipated. Khabib was making his first defense for the title against McGregor. Khabib lost his first ever round in his UFC career to McGregor, though many would call it McGregor's luck because Khabib defeated him via submission. The fight did not end there. Khabib attacked McGregor's cornerman, which ended the night in a heated brawl. This fight finished Conor McGregor for good. The event drew 2.4 million pay-per-view buys, the most ever for an MMA event. While Khabib Nurmagomedov recorded 27-0 wins, longest ever winning streak, Khabib was suspended for 9 months following the brawl. Khabib had signed a new contract with UFC when his second title came against Dustin Poirier, interim lightweight champion. Can you guess who won the fight? Khabib Nurmagomedov. He took Poirier in a rear naked choke. Khabib and Dustin exchanged shirts as a show of respect. Later, Khabib sold the shirt for $100,000 to donate to Poirier's charity. The last fight in Khabib's indestructible career was top contender Justin Gaethje. In a rare turn of events, Gaethje won the fight by 5th round TKO, ending Ferguson's win streak and securing himself a shot at the undisputed title against Nurmagomedov. Khabib refused to end it here. The two met again on 24 October 2020. Nurmagomedov won the fight via technical submission with a triangle choke in the second round to defend and reunify the UFC lightweight championship. With that win, Khabib Nurmagomedov announced his retirement from UFC MMA fighting. His leave was tragic. Abdulmanap Nurmagomedov, Khabib's father, passed away after complications from COVID-19. Khabib promised to never return to the octagon ring without his father.
It was my last fight, and no way I'm gonna come here without my father.
Khabib promised his mother that his fight with Justin would be his last fight, and Khabib was a man of his word. Many tried to bring the eagle back, but he refused all offers. On 19th and 3rd of March 2021, the era of Khabib Nurmagomedov ended with a legacy left behind. Dana White accepted Nurmagomedov's decision to retire, and that the UFC lightweight championship had been officially vacated. In July 2022, Nurmagomedov's legacy was inducted into the UFC Hall of Fame. After his retirement, Khabib purchased Guerrilla Fighting Championship, GFC, a Russian-based MMA promotion, and renamed it Eagle Fighting Championship, EFC. He is now an active coach and mentor to many upcoming fighters. The Guardian named Nurmagomedov the second most popular Muslim athlete in the world. He is also the first Muslim to win a UFC title. Khabib has signed endorsement deals with Reebok, Toyota, and Guerrilla Energy. His deals made him Russia's highest-earning celebrity under the age of 40 at the time. Nurmagomedov made headlines when he traveled to Nigeria in 2018 to help people gain access to clean drinking water. Despite being rich, Khabib lives in a simple house in Makhachkala, which is Dagestan's biggest city. He is popularly known to be friends with Dagestani Hasbullah Magomedov, who is popularly known as Mini Khabib. Hasbullah is a well-known figure on social media. Khabib Nurmagomedov is perhaps the most unique MMA fighter of all time. His motive behind MMA fighting ran deeper than just passion and money. This is the motivational story of Khabib Nurmagomedov. What's your favorite fight of Khabib? Mention in the comments. We might document that next. Like and subscribe for more.